evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course I'm your host, your YouTube messiah, often imitated, never duplicated, and pretty much the only motherfucker out there that can make a leopard printed Santa hat look good. Tim Vicious, and we are getting into Raw this week. Was in Houston, Texas, and well, you know that old saying, you got nowhere else to go but up? Yeah, that was kind of the way you pretty much had to look at Raw this week. When, yeah, especially after last week's episode. And, you know, I always try to give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, I really do. Because deep down at the end of the day, whether you love WWE, Ring of Honor, New Japan, Progress, Combat Zone, Evolve, or just some little local show, local circuit in your town that has maybe 5 guys on their roster and gets one legend from the 70s every 2 months. You know, no matter what you are into, it's wrestling. And at the end of the day, wrestling is wrestling. No matter how you slice it. You know? It's entertainment. It's entertainment. That's all it really is. You know? And honestly, if you walk into the show with the mindset of it's more so if you walk into a Raw or SmackDown or pay-per-view, whatever, and with the mindset of, well, this is with the mindset of it's a TV show and treat it as such, like a TV show, like a freaking House or How I Met Your Mother or some shit like that, you know, you'll wind up walking out of the show with a lot better mindset than you did walking in it. Because if you walk in there expecting it to be a wrestling show, you're going to wind up coming out being pissed and then going into an all caps rage on Twitter. You know? But yeah, let's start the show off. First off, it started with a very lovely 10-bell salute. George H. Bush, he passed recently this past week before the time of this recording, and they were in Texas, to where Bush's from, so they did a 10-bell salute in honor to him. Now, this is about as political as we will get here on the show, but no matter what party you're with, Republican, Democrat, fucking whatever, a man passed and they're paying tribute. It'd be no different than if they were in fucking Delaware and God forbid something happened to Biden. If they'd have done that, next thing you know, you would never hear somebody go off about it. But, you know, they do the same thing for some other guy who is in Texas, but he's a party that, you know, pretty much, you know, it is what it is. People are gonna fucking pick apart and rip on shit. More to the point, the man fucking passed. Show some respect. Because honestly, when all of our times come, you know, the only ones that are guaranteed to live forever are fucking Cher and cockroaches. That's it. And when all of us go, guaranteed, we're gonna all wind up hoping that we don't have somebody saying, oh yeah, that fucker, he was an asshole, I hated his goddamn guts. Where's his grave at so I can take a shit on it? You know? You don't want to hear someone saying that kind of shit. You don't want to hear someone saying that kind of shit on you. I know I don't. Even though I'm an evil asshole, I still got standards. You know? Hope y'all do the same thing in some kind of way. But moving forward, they did the 10-bell salute, and then after that, then they proceeded to go right into a tag match Ronda Rousey, it was supposed to be Ronda Rousey and Natty going against Taminia and Nia. And, excuse me, just as first thing noticed was Ronda had blue gear on, which surprised nobody else picked up on this to make the joke on, hey, she's the Raw Women's Champion on Monday Night Raw wearing SmackDown colors. And surprisingly, none of the creepy perverts followed up on that joke, insisting that she had to have those articles of clothing removed. Damn, that was a good gold. That was a gold mine for jokes right there, and nobody picked up on that. Shame on all you motherfuckers. Anyways, Ronda comes out, then just as Natty comes out, next thing you know, boom, Riot Squad come up from behind, they beat the shit out of her. All the while, Taminia and Nia are beating the shit out of Ronda, and then they end it with Ruby giving Natalya a super kick off the apron, which it was a super kick powerbomb into a table. Excuse me. And then you see in the back Ronda helping Nat, get her somewhere. Can we get some help? People come over, and then again with the facial expressions. Ronda, she's getting there. She's improving little by little, She's getting a little bit better on the mic. She's getting better in the ring and all. It's just, love of God, the facial expressions, that angry, I want to beat you up look on her face is literally the same look anyone has when they haven't taken a shit in 2 days. And yeah. So that that match technically never happened. So let's move forward to the next match. It wound up being a women's tag match. Not the one that was the start of the show. Oh, no. Now, this one came to be, it was Sasha and Bayley going against Mickie and Alicia Fox, much like last week. And this came to be because Bliss followed up with doing another fan interaction moment with Sasha and Bayley in the ring, picking apart, having fans ask them questions. These were the worst plants these are probably some of the worst plants I have ever seen. And, yep. I've fucking seen more magician shows than I can count with plants in them. I've seen way more shit I've seen more scams and con jobs go on growing up with fucking people having plants than I should have. And just, oh, God, why? Just, ugh. But yeah. It proceeded that, they were doing the fan interaction, yada yada. They were making rips on Alexa. And then, just as it was about to get from bad to worse, next thing you know, Mickie James, Alicia Fox, Dana Brooke run down. Yo! And then they get on the apron, Alexa. Whoa! We're not going to have a repeat of last week. Now, Dana, if you want to stay out here, you can, but you're not going to be in this match. Mickie, Alicia, you two are going to be in a match against them two, and it starts now. So that came to be. So Bayley, she was the team punching bag. It was pretty much a repeat of last week. See? Freudian side showing what I'm thinking on. That's not a surprise either, But yeah. Bayley, she was the team punching bag. Alicia Fox got the hot tagging, cleaned up house, and came to an end with doing a backstabber, Bayley to belly, onto Mickie James. But honestly, the biggest takeaway I got from this was two things. One, how fucking cold it was, on how fucking fast that temperature dropped, and how fucking cold it got once Alexa Bliss said, Dana, you ain't competing, but you can stay here if you want. Damn. It's true what they say, the short girls are the meanest ones. Oof. And also after the match, Alexa was all smiles and giddy like, yes. You know, kind of like an evil little overlord thinking, okay, they got the win, they think they're good, but that's what I wanted them to do. You know, kind of looking like that. So that was the two big takeaways. Next up, we got Lucha House Party going against the Revival. And Wade, did you talk to Ollie if we can do it? Can we? We tried to make a deal saying if we can do the whole FTR thing like the Elite does, but we can't. So I can't say, fuck the... Damn, I got censored on my own fucking show. Damn it. Okay. Anyways, Lucha House Party. Next thing you know, the Revival come down. Scott Dawson, he starts going into them again about Lucha House rules, whatever the hell that is, you know, and then insists on a one-on-one match, and then right after that, JoJo winds up saying that the match is going to be under Lucha House rules again, and yeah, so this was a 3-on-1 handicap. I don't need to explain on how that went. Match came to an end. They hit the Selena del Sol, and then Grand Metalik hit a senton. That was it. Next up, we got a impromptu match. Drew McIntyre. He's out for McIntyre Appreciation Night, in which, once he came out, you could hear the sound of 1,000 fangirls' ovaries explode. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, because, call it what it is, McIntyre, you don't have to be a body guy, but, you should fucking... having a cut like Drew McIntyre, getting cut and jacked like Drew McIntyre should be a fucking goal for wrestlers, man. I mean, for crying out loud, that man did... Gah! Yeah. So, Corbin's out. He awards him a medal for taking out Kurt Angle, freaking helping destroy the Shield, Elias. Still not sure on where I stand on that one. And, so Braun Strowman and such, and then, And just as he does that, and McIntyre's accepting it and saying, he came here to get rid of the compliancy, and now everyone's been on notice, and this is his show. Out comes Ziggler saying, whoa, buddy. What happened? I thought we were a team, We were tag champs at one point and all. Remember? Me and you, we had a thing. I was the brains, you were the muscle. And then McIntyre, I was the brains and the muscle. You were just tagging along. And then it led to an impromptu match, which for a majority of it, McIntyre was pretty much leading this thing non-stop. Rightfully so, because when you look at it on paper, you got a 6'7", damn near 300-pound fucking Scotsman made with muscle on muscle, going against little 5'10", cut from stone Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, what do you think's gonna happen? So for the most part, McIntyre was leading. Next, Finn came out to do mind games, and so also there was a way for them to cheaply plug that McIntyre has a match against Balor at the TLC pay-per-view coming up. And honestly, as far as that match goes, I could see that going in Finn's favor. More so just because the way things have been building, and also kind of got some history leading from ICW. I can't remember which Fear and Loathing, but it was one of the Fear and Loathings in the Hydro. And this McIntyre at that time, going by Drew Galloway, he was out there in a match, and Balor came out he wound up running interference, cost him the match, and yeah, and so yeah, if they could find a way to try and pull some kind of plug from that dimension, you know, this feud has been slowly building because of that, and then led into this and this and this. That could be pretty cool, but if they don't, it is what it is. But either way, Finn came out, he was playing mind games. Drew's like, the hell you doing out here, you little... And then next thing you know, Ziggler started to build a little bit of an upper hand. Dolph got Drew to the outside when the ref wasn't looking. Finn hit him with a sling blade. Next thing you know, ref started doing the 10 count, got up to 8. McIntyre got in, and then Ziggler, boom, hit him with the super kick. 1, 2, 3. That was it. So Dolph won. And yeah. So next matchup we got Bobby Roode going against Drake Maverick, and this match is more so because last week Maverick just zing, ha ha, tickle, piss, all over that thing. That's right, wave it all over, piss all over that shit, yeah. So that's got Vince McMahon written all over it, you know. With Vince's love for toilet humor, yeah, that definitely has his MO all over it. But this match is because, one, their tag title match last week got interrupted because Maverick took a piss on Bobby's robe, and then it led to Gable and Roode saying, we want a rematch for the titles. We didn't rightfully get a proper match. Corbin said, alright, I'll give you a condition. It's not the match, but I'll give you a chance to compete to earn it. You go against Drake Maverick, you win, you get a title shot. That's it, no ifs, ands, or buts, no ifs, ands, or buts. So, yep. So we basically got a TNA match right here. Bobby Roode going against Drake, that little spud of a rock star, Drake Maverick. And for the beginning, for like the first 5 minutes of it, Roode is leading in this and just straight up pummeling them until next thing you know, they cut to the Titantron up there on the side, and then they show Authors of Pain beating the shit out of Gable, and then Corbin saying, hey guys, I forgot to tell you, this is now going to be a 3-on-2 handicap, and that match starts now. So go on out there. So again, Corbin, man, he comes off like that fucking 12-year-old we all played with when we were kids, like that would go and change the rules in the middle of the game just so he couldn't lose. Like, well, alright, you're out. No, I'm not. Yeah, alright, got you with the dirt. Well, you have to shoot me with your left hand for me to get out. You know, like they'll make up stupid shit like that. And that is exactly how Corbin is coming off. It's just, ugh. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's getting him heat, and heat is heat, no matter how you slice it. So, So yeah, Authors of Pain come down, and then they proceed to beat the ungodly shit out of Bobby Roode. Gable crawls on out there, and then they proceed to beat the shit out of him too, and then it ends with them hitting a super collider. So yeah, next matchup we got, it is a loser leaves town match. Heath Slater going against his good old tag team buddy Rhyno, and this is because while in the middle of the show, Corbin's going over logistic reports like, yes, well, going over this, I don't have enough in the budget to keep you both, so one of you is going to have to either quit or be fired. And then he said, we'll have a match and the loser is fired. And this was the piss break of the night. It's been a while since I called for a piss break. Piss break! That was a piss break of the night right there, folks. But yeah, it was a piss break, and this was... Heath Slater got the win doing a neck breaker after Rhyno was like, threw a few clubbing forearms, some shoulder checks, and then wanted to run off. And then he turned around. Next thing you know, Slater, boom, neck breaker, 1, 2, 3. Got in the back. Next thing you know, see Corbin congratulating him and then saying, "You see Slater, there anything you can do for my buddy Rhyno?" "No." I just let me go. I gotta go figure out what's next." And it's like, whoa. Think you're gonna be in your new uniform, and then he pulls out the ref shirt, so he's moving Heath Slater to being a ref. So honestly, I could see this going with Heath Slater being almost kind of like a Nick Patrick crooked referee, if you will, because he has to be a bad guy ref for keeping his job, because like he says, he's got kids. So yeah, this leads us to our next match, Jinder Mahal going against Finn Balor, and this is because of the fact that Corbin has been pissed on how Balor interfered in the match, as well as earlier also when Elias was out doing a bit, and then Lashley was out there also. Balor threw Leo Rush to Elias, and then he cracked the guitar on him. So we get to this match. Jinder, he leads right up until the break. Next, Finn, he's starting to build a comeback. Just as he is, the Singh brothers run interference, and they don't wind up proceeding to beat on him, but just as it looks like they're about to, Apollo Crews comes out to help be the equalizer. He starts tearing into them, and then Finn just takes out everyone. The match comes to an end with Finn hitting a coup de grace on Jinder, 1, 2, 3. That is it. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. I really hope Jinder Mahal gets moved back to SmackDown sometime soon, because honest to God, the man had a way better run there on that show than he has on Raw, you know. But after that, he was in the back getting interviewed, and then next thing you know, McIntyre proceeded to beat the ungodly shit out of him, which now leads us to our main event of the night. Nia and Taminia finally having their tag match with Ronda Rousey. However, Natalya is unable to compete, so her new tag partner is... Drum roll, please. Seriously, we still can't afford a drum roll. God's sake. What do I keep you guys around for? God damn it. Her partner was Ember Moon, and the match started just as Ember was literally coming out from Gorilla out to the walkway for everyone to see. Next thing you know, Nia and Taminia, they proceeded to beat the shit out of Ronda. Ember comes down, she winds up equaling out, they clear the ring, then they cut the break, and then it comes back with Ember being the team punching bag, and for the most part, working all the action in the ring. Ronda, she gets in, she starts working, and like I said, she's working and she's improving little by little, you know. She's getting there. Do I think she deserves to be where she's at? How high up she should be? No. But, again, I ain't got no say in it, so it ain't nothing for me to sweat and yell and cry over. But she's getting there, she's improving, but she did this one enziguri on Taminia, and you could see it on the camera, just, whew, like literally, did not connect, went over her head like there was a country miles worth of space between there, and just, ugh. But match came to an end. Ember hit the total eclipse, and then Ronda proceeded to put the armbar on Taminia. She tapped. Interesting enough, though, while Nia has been coming off as this ass-kicking heel in a way. Once she had the chance to get in a ring with Ronda, she then proceeded to start getting all chicken shit heel-like, but no. However, she played it in a good way with, no, I don't want to yet. So, instead of just being like a cowardly, oh, no, it was, no, I don't want to do that with you yet. No, I'm not going to do this now. Which, it at least gives a reason. Instead of just, you know, getting a sudden streak of yellow on your back. Excuse me. So, that is it for this week's show, folks. So, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes. Make sure you look for me on my Twitter at TimVicious. You also have another account if I get ghosted or put in Twitter jail, Tim_Vicious. I'm also out there on that Facebook gimmick, Tim Ash. If you're going to look for me, if you're going to look for my Facebook gimmick, make sure you let me know you found me on there from here. Or my Twitter at TimVicious, so I don't think you got your creep John going. Also, folks, do not forget to follow all of these cool-ass cats right here on the Twitter. Axel Mulligan, Kenny Killer, my good brother, I am Danny Sunday, DSB_IV, Cranky Grandpa, Dazzy MWP. Big shout out to my executive producer, Oliver Ben, who did provide the music for this week's show. If y'all want one of these sweet-ass Alec Rewind shirts, hit me up. I'll talk to him for you. Show the man some love and support. His music's out there on iTunes, Spotify, and such. Details are down below. And folks, like I always tell y'all, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck yous.